What if the struggles you're facing as a new coach aren't unique at all, but completely normal? Today, I'm sharing key moments in 5 real coaching sessions with 5 new coaches who were all stuck in different ways, yet all dealing with issues I see over and over. So if you're struggling right now, watch this video because what helped these coaches may help you too. Hey, coach, I'm Ronnie Noyes, and this is Smart Ideas for New Coaches. Let's take a look at what these coaches learned and what you can borrow for your own practice. And yeah, the names have been changed to protect their identities. Let's start with Lisa. Lisa shows up to the session frustrated. She tells me she's been posting on social media every single day for 3 months, but nobody's booking coaching sessions or even her free discovery calls. And she's starting to panic. So I ask her a question. How many people have you actually talked to? And immediately her face changes. So here's what I want to hear when I ask this question. I've had at least 5 real conversations with people in my ideal audience. I've tested my offer with real human. I understand what problems they actually want solved. But what she tells me and what I hear from a lot of new coaches sounds like this. Well, I don't have my offers ready yet, and I'm not comfortable reaching out because my branding isn't right. Plus, every coach I see on Instagram has beautiful, cohesive brand, so I thought I needed that first. Here's the truth. Studies show that 50 to 60% of early clients come from conversations, referrals, and existing networks, not from content alone. So we explore where her people naturally are. As she talks, she realizes she has an entire warm audience she never even considered. Past colleagues, mastermind buddies, people she's met at workshops. By the end of our session, she has a simple system. 5 personal outreach touches per week. No pressure, no sales scripts, just genuine connection. And as we wrap up, she tells me that for the first time in months, she feels hopeful. Is this where you're struggling? A logo can wait, but your business can't grow if you're not having conversations with real people. The solution is to talk to people. Don't blast them with sales messages. Just get out there and connect. What you put out there will come back. For details on my outreach strategy, see my Karma Call strategy video. So Lisa starts reaching out and going out. Guess what happens? People actually respond. But now Amy, on the other hand, has hit a different wall. Amy shows up with a common story. She says, every time someone asks what kind of coach I am, I ramble. And I can tell they're confused. And so then they over-explain and it just gets worse. Amy, this is so common. So I ask her, is your messaging specific enough to attract clients who are ready to buy? Here's what I'm looking for. I can clearly describe who I help and what it helps them do. My messaging speaks to one type of person with one main problem. But Amy says what almost everyone else says. I don't want to limit myself with a niche or be boxed in with an ideal client. I can help so many different people. Why would I narrow it down? Isn't how I coach more important than who I coach? Listen, when you try to speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And when you're talking only about yourself, people aren't going to listen. Your niche is a magnet. Identifying your market, your ideal client by category attracts their attention. The specificity helps people identify you as the right coach for them. So instead of saying, I help people improve their lives, or I use an ontological coaching method, which could mean literally anything, we work on something specific. We craft an elevator speech that distills the essence of her value to a particular client. I help newly promoted managers lead with confidence. As soon as she hears it out loud, she sits back and says, oh, that actually sounds legit. Exactly, because new managers who want to lead with confidence is infinitely more compelling than people who feel stuck. When someone reads or hears your messaging and thinks, wait, are they talking about me? That's when they reach out. That's when they want to know more. That's when they realize that you have something to offer to them. Clear messaging builds confidence, and clarity plus confidence attracts clients. For more on how to refine your messaging, see my elevator speech video. So now Amy's clear on who she serves and what she offers. She books her first paying client. Yay! She's on a roll. Now let's check in with Kim, who has her messaging clear but has a different problem that almost derails everything. Kim tells me, sometimes my sessions feel magical, and sometimes they feel like we're just chatting. And afterward, I can't tell if I actually helped or not. This is where I asked her to tell me about her coaching session structure. What I want to hear? I use a consistent format for each session. My clients know what to expect, and I end each session with clear next steps. But she tells me, and this is what a lot of new coaches believe, Kim says, I let the client lead the session because the client has all the answers. I'm not in charge, so I shouldn't impose my process on them. Okay, Kim, that's not going to cut it. Your client hired you because they need support and direction. Yeah, they have answers within them, but your job is to create the container that helps them find those answers. Structure doesn't limit coaching, it anchors it. The coaching process is designed to help people get results. And if you don't use the process, it can't work. Research on client satisfaction shows that structured conversations dramatically improve follow-through because clients know what to expect and feel guided. So I walk her through a simple framework. Check-in, agenda, exploration, decisions, next steps, checkout. Kim tries it in her next 3 sessions with 3 different clients. And then she DMs me, my clients are suddenly taking action. I can't believe the difference. I can. That's the power of structure. It builds trust. It creates safety. And it makes you look like the professional that you are. For more on how to prepare for and structure your coaching sessions, see my Ready to Coach checklist video. So now Kim's sessions are solid. Her clients are taking action, but Heather notices something troubling with her clients. Heather gets right to the point in our session and tells me she's worried. She says, my clients start strong in our sessions, but then they disappear between meetings. They don't do the work. They reschedule a lot, or they cancel. And I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm not a good enough coach. This is where new coaches spiral. So I ask her, what kind of system would keep them connected and in action? Here's what I want to hear. I have micro touch points, simple supportive ways to stay connected between sessions. Or I have a checklist and a milestone list for my clients and my programs, so we both know where they are and how they're doing. But what she tells me is nothing like that. Heather says, I don't want to be annoying. If they need me, they'll reach out. Plus, I'm already overwhelmed with everything else I have to do. Listen, I get it. Building and maintaining a coaching practice is a lot of work. That said, momentum is a shared responsibility. Your clients need gentle accountability, not because they're weak, but because change is hard and life gets busy. So we talk about micro touch point, not complicated, not time consuming, just ideas. Maybe a 60-second weekly check-in message, a progress checklist, a Sunday reminder email, a quick accountability nudge. She picks one, a short weekly check-in video, literally 30 seconds, that she makes with Loom and emails them to all the folks in her program. It takes her about 15 minutes to record and send, and the results astonish her. Within 2 weeks, her clients show up more engaged, more prepared, and far more excited about her program because she's there for them, and it didn't take much. Sometimes the smallest system, the tiniest effort, makes the biggest difference. And I say good for her for noticing the drop-off and making the effort to do something about it. Now, this last client is a totally different story. She's got clients, clear messaging, structured sessions, and consistent momentum. But there's one unexpected issue that's about to burn her out completely. Julie looked like she had it all, but her session was a different story. She sat down in my office and started to cry. And then she said, I'm drowning. Between posting, invoicing, scheduling, emailing, rescheduling, planning, she's working twice as hard for half the result. She's exhausted. So I asked her, how are you allocating your time? What I want to hear, I have simple systems for repetitive and admin stuff so I can focus my energy on coaching. And I book my coaching sessions in blocks so I can keep the momentum going. But she admits she's just winging it. She says, I know I should probably have systems, but I'm barely keeping up as it is. I don't have time to set up complicated systems or even add one more app. And I can't afford to hire an assistant. Help me. So here's the reality. First year solo service providers spend up to 70% of their time on admin if they don't streamline. You're not saving time by avoiding systems, you're bleeding time without them. So we look at everything she's doing and sort it into four categories: automate, batch, delegate, eliminate. She realizes she's using four separate tools for scheduling, messaging, and notes, none of which talk to each other. And she's creating her social content daily, spending as much as 2 hours a day just creating and posting content. After simplifying and batching her content creation, she saves nearly 8 hours a week, and that's a full day. And she's also allowing her clients to schedule sessions at all hours instead of creating coaching blocks in her calendar so she can see clients during the times that work best for her, leaving her uninterrupted time for marketing and admin tasks. Funny thing, Julia is like all the others in these examples, a coach, yet she didn't realize that she could work with her coach to figure out this overwhelmed thing. And after our session, she has bandwidth again. She feels like work is exciting again. And now she can actually breathe. So let's recap the transformations these 5 coaches experienced, because at least one of them is probably similar to your journey. Client 1, Lisa, was hiding behind content instead of having conversations. So while she was busy, she wasn't getting traction. And no traction means no client. Client 2, Amy's messaging was vague, so nobody understood what she offered, and that meant nobody was buying. Client 3, Kim's sessions lacked structure, so her clients didn't take action. And when clients don't get results, they don't renew or refer. Client 4, Heather had no system to keep momentum between sessions. When the momentum lapses, so does client participation and compliance. Client 5, Julie was drowning in tasks because she had no systems. She was so overwhelmed that she even thought of quitting coaching to go back to her corporate job. If you're a new coach and any of these felt familiar, take a deep breath. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not behind. You're not failing. These challenges are normal and part of the process. They're also solvable, as you saw in each of these stories. Remember this: every expert coach was once a beginner. Every successful coach felt scared and underprepared at some point. The difference between the ones who made it and the ones who didn't, they kept going. You can do this because your future clients are waiting for you. And if you want some help with these issues, I've linked some videos below. And if this video helped you see what's been holding you back, hit that subscribe button. I share coaching business strategies every week to help you build a practice you can be proud of. Thanks for watching, Coach. I'm Ronnie Noyes, reminding you that today is a great day to be a coach.